Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Kholodny Ferma. Our heroes today are going to be Paradox, playing for the Germans. And we have Siberian, his opponent, playing for the Soviets of the Red Army. There you go. So, yeah, two very good players, obviously, but unfortunately, for some reason right now, the CoH2.org site is not working for me. I'm not sure if the site is down or going to maintenance, but I wasn't able to pull up their ranks. But they're two very high up players, so I mean, at the very least, top 100, I can assure you. So we should be expecting a very good game this time around. And of course, we saw Siberian on the previous game, which again was a pretty good game there. So pretty good player. So don't worry, guys. It should be good. So anyways, build order wise, we see that Paradox got himself some Grenadiers, built tier 1 with his initial Pio, and is getting 2 sets of Grenadiers. One already on the field, following his Pios that are currently going to the southern side of the map. And the second squad is hitting the field right now. For Siberian, we see conscripts. Again, no tech for the Soviets like they usually do. And we have 2 conscript squads already on the field. So we shall see if he goes for a third or is going to get himself an upgrade. I'm probably sure she's going to go for a third. Yeah, there we see. The third conscript is getting produced. So, for the meantime, both players are, well, pretty much staying away from each other. We see Siberian capturing the northern part of Kholodny Ferma, and Paradox capturing the south. We are going to probably see an engagement up here north. We see the second Grenadier squad for Paradox going to the north. It's going to capture its initial strategic point here. In the meantime, and there is a combat engineer squad nearby, which could probably take some shots from the Grens. Center of the map, we see conscripts jumping into the house just to get a better vision range of the area. They don't see anything, so they jump out. We have the other conscript squad for Siberian just going into the center and going to capture that victory point, while in the south we have the Pios and the combat engineers. The Pios and the Grenadiers just capturing territory. A little bit further forward, we see Siberian popping his conscripts in the house again to get a little bit more vision, but nothing in the side. And we see the first shots fired up north. We see the Grenadiers taking that munitions points and the combat engineers running into them, taking some shots. The combat engineers looks like they're going to make a run for the house, while we have another engagement a little bit to the south. Conscripts taking some shots from those Grenadiers, but it looks like they're just going to move along and not engage them. Combat engineers do jump into the house for Siberian, and they actually do lose one on the approach. But at 3 men, they're still able to hold out a while inside a house and, lay down a little bit of hurt on those Grenadiers. Grenadiers just moving along. In front of Paradox space, we see the MG42 getting denied that house, apparently by those conscripts. They're simply just going to run into the church. Down goes 1 man on that MG42 squad, but they will be able to garrison that church without dying. Cutoff point in the south being taken by Siberian. Molotov landing on those Grens, but the Grens dodged that quite nicely and are now in a nice defensible position. They should be able to push away those conscripts, although a second conscript squad for Siberian is now in the area and is going to put the hurt on these Grenadiers. 2-man conscript squad just moving along. It's going to go for the fuel point, try to decap that, while the Grens are now taking some nasty shots by those conscripts at point-blank range. Down to 3 men on those Grens. They have now actually gotten vet 1, so that's very nice. And an LMG-equipped Grenadier squad for Paradox now in that cutoff point. Should be quite nice to push off those conscripts. Nice Molotov landing in front of those Grens. They are doing a lot of damage, or taking a lot of damage, that is. Doing a lot of damage as well with that LMG. One of those Grens do end up catching fire, and another one catches fire while trying to run through the point. So unfortunate losses there for Paradox, but he manages to keep his forces on the field and is going to try to chase down that 2-man conscript squad. Center of the map, we see the MG42 taking some shots at something, somewhere. Oh, the conscripts over on this house. So these conscripts are going to be nice and toasty in that house. Eventually, they'll die, but it's going to be a while before they get killed off by that MG42 alone. Victory point being taken by the 2-man conscript squad. 2-man Grand squad taking the fuel. This other 2-man squad did end up having to retreat. They are taking some shots by the conscripts, but should be able to make it out alive just fine. And we now have 4 Grenadiers on the field for Paradox with 1 MG42. And for Siberian, we have 4 conscripts on the field. Up north, we see combat engineers and conscripts pushing on a Grenadier squad. Grenadier Squad trying to capture that northern strategic point, while the combat engineers are providing some support fire to that conscript squad, but at the same time capturing that fuel point. Conscripts throwing a Molotov on top of Paradox Grens. Grens do actually dodge that quite nicely, but the conscripts are now in heavy cover, so they have a nice advantage on those Grens. Grens are now down to 2 men, and they just run away a little bit. They haven't retreated. They're just simply retreating on the field, just backing off. Conscript squad over in this portion of the map did end up jumping out of the house and is now trying to take that cutoff point. It will be able to take the cutoff point and potentially even capture it completely. I'm not sure if Siberian wants to do that or go for the fuel, but it looks like he is actually going to capture the point so that it takes a little bit longer to secure that position. One-man Gren trying to fight off those conscripts in the point. It is a very risky maneuver here by Paradox. He's taking some damage on that Gren. He needs to retreat it. I think that Gren is going to go down. Rifle nade going down on the conscripts, but the conscripts do manage to dodge that. The Gren is running, and it looks like it's going to be fine. Very lucky there for Paradox. Could have lost an entire Gren squad with an LMG in there. Gren's moving into the zone just to recapture territory that these conscripts cut off. MG42 in the house, still there, still opening fire on everything it can. It is now down to 1 man, so a little bit risky there to lose it, but it's going to keep it. Pioneers cutting off the northern portion of the map to Siberian. Conscript squad moves into the strategic point just to push away those Pioneers. Pioneers just move up north and are going to decap that field while the conscripts are capturing the strategic point. Right hand side, Siberian's combat engineers are also capturing that munitions, while at the southern munitions point we see conscripts and Grens fighting pretty much point blank range. Molotov going down on top of those Grens, and hit the dirt being used by Siberian. He now got himself his doctrine, and that is the guard rifle combined arms tactics. So yeah, it's gonna give his conscripts a nice boost in both defensive and offensive powers. Nice rifle nade going down by those Grens, getting those conscripts down to 2 men and forcing the retreat. But there is another conscript squad, actually 2 conscript squads coming up. MG42 jumping out of the house, packing up and trying to retreat. It's probably going to go down, but there is an LMG Gren in between. Can it actually stop the conscripts? It looks like it does. Hit the dirt being executed on the conscripts. Remember that hit the dirt actually does not provide any additional bonuses to the heavy cover, but they do have the heavy cover anyways. And they run away at 2 men, so didn't actually help them a lot. They still took a lot of damage at almost point blank range to that LMG. Conscripts pushing forward onto that LMG Gren. They might be trying to go for that cutoff point, but they're going to take a lot of damage by those Grens. They are going to stop on the Gren and throw a Molotov. There goes the Molotov. Grens dodge it nicely. Very nice by Paradox. He's been on point on dodging those Molotovs, and those conscripts are going to try to decap that point, but the Grens are right on top of it, not allowing them to cut him off, and they're just going to move back a little bit and probably rifle nade. I would assume. Yeah, rifle nade going down, and away go the conscripts. So okay, so nice there by Paradox. He managed to stop that decap and is still connecting to the southern portion of the map. Conscripts for Siberian just capturing territory. We now see a guard squad on the field for Siberian. Guard squad, well, I mean, it is stronger than, conscripts, obviously. Has more armor value and such. But it doesn't currently have anything to shoot at. We do see that Paradox is building himself tier 3. So he went tier 1, tier 3. Yeah, actually. And is getting himself that med bunker. So skipping tier 2 altogether. And as far as Siberian, he's getting himself tier 1, so we'll see what he ends up getting from that. Northern fuel point, munitions point, we have the guards rifle engaging those Grens. They're going to jump into the house to get even more protection bonuses. And 4 of them are going to shoot through that windows, or those windows that is. PTR rest rifle shooting on the infantry. And they are now out of the house, probably going to chase away. Down south at this munitions point. Nice Molotov landing on those Grens, forcing them away. Retaliatory rifle nade landing on these hit the dirt conscripts, bringing down to 3 men, but they are still on the field. Center victory point getting captured by Paradox. Conscripts at Vet 2 now, actually moving in to push them off the point. With Vet 2 they should be able to stand a lot better, but another Molotov by Siberian, and again Paradox dodges that quite nicely. Rifle nade being shot back at those conscripts, and they do manage to retreat, dodging all the damage. And again, hit the dirt being used by these conscripts right in front of the MG42. Nice Molotov landing on top of that MG42. going to do some good damage to the squad members, but the MG42 itself is over here on the right-hand side, so it's not actually going to go down. And away goes the conscripts. Grenadiers at 2 men, just pushing forward, capturing territory for Paradox, and we have the conscripts over here, 3 men, hitting the dirt on the actual munitions point, trying to, you know, make it a little bit tougher for Paradox units to push them away. Up north, the guardsmen have finally started capturing points, and we have that Grenadier squad just running around, also capturing territory, and going to capture that victory point. So, in a little bit, Paradox is actually going to be triple capping Siberian. So, point-wise, it is currently in the favor of Siberian. It is 449 to 497, but with that triple cap, it should actually go down relatively fast, and it gives Paradox a chance to even up those victory points. Conscripts going for the victory point. They are shooting at that Pioneer squad that is currently running away. Grens at 2 men capturing that munitions point, but the conscripts should be able to capture that that victory point.
We are losing the sector. They're shooting us to shit!
Guards rifle taking cover in that house up north. They are taking some shots at those Grens, but the Grens are just moving along, not really minding the guards rifle. Nice rifle nade landing on these conscripts, down to 4 men. Is there going to be another rifle nade going down? Yes, there's another rifle nade going down on that conscript squad. It actually only does a little bit of health damage, but didn't actually do a lot to the squad. They are down to 4 men, but they do have PPSHs. Away goes that Gren squad. It is trying to run away through the guards rifle. Can it actually make it out alive? It looks like he is going to make it away just fine. PPSHs now on the conscripts. We have only one of them with PPSHs. It's that one. But we interestingly see snipers on the field now for Siberian. So that should be nice. Ooh, the sniper can actually take that one down, and down goes one Gren squad for Paradox. That's going to be unfortunate for Paradox, but we now have a Panzer IV on the field for Paradox, which is pushing away that conscript squad pretty much instantly. And there is nothing on the field for Siberian to counter that with. He does have his guards rifle and probably getting himself some 18-8s. But, well, those, I mean, unless you really just send your P4 to get, you know, sacrificed and killed off, it's not going to be very easy to kill the Panzer IV. Panzer IV going up north is going to take some shots at those guards rifle, but it looks like it's actually hunting the snipers. The snipers are moving over to the left-hand side, going to try to get some cloak. No, they have to end up retreating. Panzer IV going to take a shot and doing some health damage to the men. They are still retreating, getting chased down by that Panzer IV. Another shot by the Panzer IV goes down. Down goes to the spotter. And can the sniper make it out alive? Another shot by the Panzer IV. Ooh, very lucky sniper right there. And we see the combat engineers pushing forward. Second sniper squad for Siberian in a lot of trouble, running back home, and the Panzer IV is not going to go for the kill. It's just going to back off, doesn't want to take a risk, and away it goes. So, lucky break there for Siberian. Still has both of his sniper squads, and those are going to be quite annoying for Paradox. Paradox up north is moving his Grens around the guards rifle. The guards rifle are probably going to now get dislodged by that Panzer IV. They are going to be doing some decent damage to it with their BTRS rifles, but at the front armor, it's actually going to take a while for them to kill it off. You can see those shots not actually penetrating. Yeah, those actually penetrated, doing a little bit more damage. But the Panzer IV is doing a lot of damage to them. They are now down to 3 men, still able to shoot those BTRS rifles conjunction, but now with the Grens in front of the house, they are going to be in a lot of trouble. They have to jump out and retreat pretty much now, because otherwise they're going to get shot down on the retreat. Conscripts pushing forward, trying to throw an 18-8 on that Panzer IV. Nice shot by the Panzer IV, kills 2 of those conscripts, chasing him away. Guards rifle going down to 1 man on the retreat. Can they actually make it out alive? The Grenadiers stop, and the LMG is not able to shoot at the guards rifle, so it makes it out alive at 1 man. Conscripts do manage to catch that Panzer IV, throw an 18-8 at it, getting that engine damage, but the conscripts are now down to 2 men, but it looks like they're going to be able to make it out alive. That LMG-42 was moving and is not set up to shoot. So, lucky conscripts there, so interesting. Now, we see Siberian getting himself tier 4, so that's a tier 1, tier 4 tactic. And we can expect probably an Su-85, although he does not have the fuel for it just yet. He still needs about 50 points, a little bit more actually. Actually, no, 50 points would be fine. But yeah, that's actually going to be a while, considering that he has a 13 fuel income right now. So, yeah, that is going to take a while. And that income, if I'm not mistaken, means it's 13 fuel per minute, basically, that you're getting. So, it's going to take a while. Pioneers repairing that Panzer IV. Panzer IV did get brought down to less than half health with a damaged engine, so it did take a beating by those PTRS rifles and the 18-8s. But again, I mean, there really wasn't much of a follow-up that that Siberian could do with what he had on the field, so, you know, at least it's getting his units some vet. Sniper taking some shots at those Grens. Second sniper moving up, taking another shot. Down goes to 2 men. And the Grand Squad down to 1 man, hits retreat, and should be able to make it out alive. So yeah, those double snipers are going to be quite annoying, and it's going to be quite difficult for Paradox to deal with. Especially because he didn't go for tier 2 and doesn't have scout cars. I mean, obviously scout cars can go down rather quickly to guards rifle, but, you know, they're pretty good against snipers, chasing them down. But, well, Panzer IV will have to try to do the job himself. He is heading into the center, taking some shots at those guard rifle. Guard rifle are in heavy cover, so they should be fine. We also see that Paradox did select his doctrine, and that is the Jaeger infantry doctrine. We'll see what he decides to utilize from that. Maybe getting G43s on his remaining Grens. I don't know. Molotov looks like landed somewhere. Oh, over here. This conscript squad is down to 1 man against 4 Grens, although only 2 of them are shooting at it. And down goes an entire conscript squad. Unfortunately, lost there for Siberian. He was focusing a little bit more on the center, it looks like. Or maybe up north. Pioneer squad getting executed by those snipers. So nice pickup there for Siberian. The Panzer IV still has a damaged engine, so unfortunately it's going to be very slow. And we are very close to having that 115 fuel for Siberian to get himself his Su-85. Second Panzer IV is on the field a little bit further back, taking some shots to the guards rifle. MG42 and Grens, nice rifle nade on the house, gets one of those guards rifle. And the Panzer IV pushes forward. Mortar on the field for Paradox. It's going to be quite nice to dislodge those guardsmen. And snipers on the field taking some shots at the mortar down to 2 men. They're going to try to retreat, but down goes to 1. And this man is probably going to desert his position and run away. And there he goes. Guard squad does get eliminated though by the house collapsing completely. So nice pickup there for Paradox. And he's going to push forward since he knows there's no guards rifle. But there is an Su-85 in production for Siberian right now, so if he's not careful, he's going to lose one of his Panzer IVs. Conscripts running in between those snipers, down to 1 man each, so very lucky there for Siberian that he didn't lose the entire squad. And an 18-8 going down on that Panzer IV does get a crit on the engine, so the Panzer IV is going to crawl away while the Su-85 is hitting the field right now. So here it comes. We'll see if Siberian goes forward to try to catch that Panzer IV. The Panzer IV is still rather forward with the damaged engine. It does have a second Panzer IV nearby for support, but the Pioneer squad is not on the field. Well, it is on the field now. It's barely getting onto the field, so it's going to start getting some repairs off, but the Su-85 will be able to catch that Panzer IV. Can the Panzer IV make it out alive? Su-85 taking a shot, and no, shoot. There he goes. Taking a nice shot on the front armor of that Panzer IV. Panzer IV down to about 60% health. Second shot goes through, down to about 30% health at the most. Nice shot goes there, brings him down to about a sliver of health. That's 5% at most. And there goes, nice final shot by the Su-85, takes it out of control. And the Panzer IV actually takes a last shot in revenge and manages to get a very nice damage going down on that Su-85. Unfortunately though for Paradox, his other Panzer IV was not in a fighting position or range, so it was not able to follow up and kill off the Su-85. It is now fully repaired though, so it could take a risk and go for the Su-85, but it doesn't look like Paradox is currently inclined to do so. Grenadier squad up north getting shot at by these conscripts. Conscript did take, I believe, a rifle nade maybe? No, it looks like might have been just small arm fires. Down to 4 men. LMG on these Grens have now brought them up to Vet 3, so this squad is basically the MVP right now for Paradox. It's going straight at those conscripts. The conscripts themselves are at Vet 2. They do Ura up and throw an 18-8 on that Panzer 4. Panzer 4 does get a crit on the engine. They are retreating at 2 men. Can the LMG actually kill it off? No, it moves away. And the snipers are now opening up on that Gren squad. Gren squad does lose one of their men. SU-85 moves into position to take a shot at those Grens, but it is very low in health, and it needs to get repaired before it can actually do much. Sniper taking more shots at those Grens. Gren's now down to 1 man and his retreat. Paradox not wanting to risk losing his only Vet 3 squad, or only vetted Gren, really. The MG42 is also vetted. Now at Vet 2, it gets the increased armor, and at Vet 1, it has that armor piecing capability with the incendiary rounds, but at Vet 3 is when it gets crazy because it increases the weapon accuracy, so it does a lot of damage pretty fast. Snipers going south. It looks like they're hunting that MG42. They do notice that the MG42 is now actually capturing that strategic point, so they're going to move up to shoot at it. They're going to shoot at the gunner. No, they actually shoot at the other guy. There goes the gunner. And down to 1 man. Do they actually risk capturing, shooting? MG42 packs up, tries to leave, and it is going to run straight at the snipers. Snipers, well, I mean the callers, or the spotters, taking some shots at the MG42 gunner, and snipers just executed them on the retreat, taking away that veterancy and giving Siberian a nice MG42 that he's currently setting up in the center of the map. Flak Panzer now on the field for Paradox. Interesting choice. He does know there's an Su-85, so the Su-85 could potentially take down that Flak Panzer relatively easily, but the Flak Panzer is going to do a lot of damage to the infantry and could potentially take down the snipers if it catches them, you know, out of position. Which the Panzer IVs have done multiple times, but, you know, they're not the best against infantry, so they haven't been able to, you know, finish the job. Su-85 setting up in a nice position, taking a nice shot at that Flak Panzer. Second shot goes down, brings it down to about 50% health, and the Panzer IV is not actually going for the Su-85. Not exactly sure why. You could actually kill off an Su-85 with a Flak Panzer and a Panzer IV, but again, Paradox doesn't want to risk it. He wants to make sure he has the advantage before he goes for it. So the Panzer IV and the Flak Panzer IV Paradox are going down south. They're going to try to catch that conscript squad. They know where it's going to be in a second. And the conscripts are just simply going to run away. They don't actually want to get cleared off by the Flak Panzer, and there they go. Grenadiers with G43s haven't actually done much, but they're still around there. Flak Panzer taking some shots at these conscripts, down to 3 men. They're probably going to go down to 2 men on the retreat. Yeah, there you go, down to 2 men, maybe even down to 1. Oh, entire squad gets polished off. The Vet 3 Grand Squad with the LMG does end up getting a kill while the Flak Panzer kills the other guy. So very nice there. Very nice pickup for Paradox. So only 1 conscript squad left on the field for Siberian, plus his snipers. So not a lot of combat units. He is producing another conscript squad to replace his lost infantry, but well, unfortunately doing so, he does lose his veterancy. Jaeger guys down here capturing that victory point. So victory point wise, it's pretty much even. 346 for Paradox, 376 for Siberian. So still Siberian in a slight lead, but again, it's anybody's game at this point. Panzer IV taking some shots at the conscripts. The Su-85 actually took a Panzer Shrek and is currently damaged. Takes a nice shot at the frontal armor of that Panzer IV, doing a little bit of damage, bringing it to about 80% health. The Flak Panzer is back here getting repaired by the Pioneers, although the Pioneers are... There we go, they're now repairing finally. And up north we see a 1-man conscript squad just capturing territory. Very ballsy there by Siberian, but, well, he is quite confident that there is no infantry in the north, although we do see a Grenadier squad and a Pioneer squad going to the north, which, well, it is 1 man. It does have Vet 2, so it does have those defensive bonuses, which, you know, could allow him to retreat, you know, quite easily, but, you know, a small slip in the control and, you know, not hitting that retreat in time, and you can lose that conscript squad. Let's see if that happens. Pioneers and Grens engaging that lone conscript, and the conscript runs away immediately, so yeah. They'll be able to make it out alive just fine, and we'll be coming back on the field with 5 new friends. Down south, we see the G43s engaging PPSH-equipped conscripts. These conscripts are the brand new ones. They don't have any veterancy or any kills, pretty much. Well, one kill so far right now. G43 is opening up on the conscripts, down to 2 men on those Grens, down to 1, and they're going to have to retreat. Can they make it out alive? It does have a lot of health on that lone man, but it doesn't have defensive bonuses. Does get Vet 1 on that movement and makes it out alive. Conscripts Urine to try to get on top of the Flag Panzer. They do manage to get an 18-8 range, and there goes the engine. But there's Pioneers very near, so they're going to just repair that very quick. Su-85 up north is not in any position. Go take it down. And we do see mines being laid down by Siberian. Very nice. Previous game we saw him using a lot of mines that, you know, betrayed him in a lot of circumstances, but, you know, for the most part they were very useful. So we shall see if more mines keep getting laid down. Snipers taking some shots at these Vet 3 Grens. Vet 3 Grens now down to 2 men. They need to retreat, otherwise they're going to go down to both snipers. They're taking aim. Get him out of there. Oh no. Down to 1 man. Does hit retreat. Can he make it out alive? And oof, makes it out alive with that Vet 3 squad. Mine does get laid down. Second mine is almost fully built, and it's also going to get laid down. And we see the Flag Panzer pushing away the conscripts, it looks like. And the conscripts are just simply going to the center. Pioneers capturing the southern portion. So territory-wise, Paradox is in the lead. He does have a lot more territory in his name. Panzer IV taking some shots at the combat engineers, it looks like. Su-85 shooting ground. Ooh, very interesting choice by Siberian there. He is not able to directly shoot at the Panzer IV, but he shoots ground there, hoping to hit it across the hedgerow. Down south, the Flag Panzer is just harassing the units in the center. Artillery barrage. The house actually collapses the house and forces away infantry. Combat engineers down to 1 man, do end up having to retreat off of the field, and we now have a second Su-85 on the field for Siberian. We do also have 2 Panzer IVs on the field for Paradox. 1 Panzer IV is in the center of the map, very heavily damaged, so it's a little bit of a risk keeping it there. Mine getting hit by one of the Gren squads. They push on forward though. One of them has a G43, and they are getting engaged by a Vet 3 conscript squad with PPSHs with another Vet 1 for support. Pioneer squad is going to go down. Ooh, oh my god, wow. That was quite impressive. The Su-85 is actually wrecking the infantry. 4 infantry skills on this one and 2 on this one, but damn, down went all the Pioneers for Paradox, so he's having to build more. 3rd Panzer IV being produced by Paradox. It looks like he's trying to set up a heavy armor, well, not heavy armor, but a multiple armor push, I guess you could say. I'm not sure how you would say it, but yeah. Panzer IV up north gets an 18-8 to the face, getting its engine damaged, and now the Su-85 with Vet 2 is on the hunt. It takes a nasty shot on the side armor, brings it down to about 20% health, and a second shot just polishes it off. This is a Vet 2 Su-85, which increases its weapon damage, and that makes it a ridiculous tank killing machine. So unfortunate loss there for Paradox. His new Panzer IV is about to hit the field, so that's going to at least give him 2, but that Vet 2 Su-85 is a beast, and it's going to be very difficult to take care of. Flag Panzer taking some shots at these conscripts. We see the Su-85 moving up to defend them. The Flag Panzer is in a very bad spot. It's actually cut off from his base. If he runs right now, the Su-85 is going to kill him off, so he backs off. He's going to try to mask himself and get out of the sight range, but he's actually going to take 3 shots. No, only 2 shots by the Su-85. The Su-85 decides to back off. Panzer IV is pushing onto the field. One is still at half health, so it's very risky maneuver here by Paradox, but he is trying to catch those conscripts. Conscripts now down to 4 men, very low in health, but we now see the Vet 2 Su-85 back there supporting his vanilla Su-85. And, you know, she's trying to bait it. She's trying to bait those Panzer IVs. First Panzer IV did take more damage, bring him down to about 20% health, but it's now going to get repaired by Pioneers. And we see the Flag Panzer down south engaging something. It was a combat engineer squad having to retreat. And we see Panzerfaust? Or what was that? Yeah, Panzerfaust going down on a Su-85. That is the vanilla one, getting its damaged engine. And here comes the Panzer IV. He looks like he's actually going to go for a trade, trying to get that one Su-85 at least. And well, no, it looks like he's not going to be able to do so. The second Panzer IV is still at about half health, so he's not going to be able to go forward and finish off this Su-85. Vet 2 Su-85 taking more shots at the infantry, actually killing one of those Grens. Nice Faust going off on the Vet 2 Panzer. Su-85s, so most Su-85s now have a damaged engine. Panzer IVs need to get fully repaired and go for it. This is the opportunity he was waiting for. Flak Panzer is down to about half health, also just moving up to harass the snipers, it looks like. Can he actually get off the snipers? He takes a shot at the snipers, down to one man, and down goes one sniper. Second sniper squad is retreating, down to two men. Can he actually finish them off? It looks like he's going to lose his Flak Panzer before he finishes it off. Siberian is probably going to shoot ground. Very nice, yeah. So again, very nice trick there by Siberian. He attacks ground, so that goes straight through the building and killed off that Flak Panzer. One-man Gren in the center trying to capture that victory point, taking a lot of risks here, but it is working out at this point. Siberian did lose one of his snipers, but he does have a Vet 2 sniper still on the field, so if that one hits the field, it's going to kill off a Vet 3 Grand Squad if Paradox doesn't retreat it soon. Up north, Guards Rifle and the stolen MG42 getting harassed by the Panzer IVs. The Panzer IV is doing a lot of damage to that stolen MG42, and the Guards Rifle actually take one shot. The MG42 does go down, actually. And the Guards Rifle are just retreating, should be able to make it out just fine. Su-85 is backing off, trying to wait for repairs by that combat engineer. And the Panzer IVs are now moving into the center. Mines have been detonated for the most part. Nice sight shot by the Su-85, does a lot of damage. Almost brings it down to about half health on that Panzer IV. And the conscripts are going to throw a nice nade on that Panzer IV, getting a crit on the engine, but with that blitzkrieg on that Panzer IV, he's still able to move out of the way and get out fine. And yeah, that's what I feared. I think it was the sniper, was it? Actually missed it, but sniper's back at base. And I see a Gren there. Yeah, the Vet 3 Grand Squad did actually end up getting taken out. So, unfortunate loss there for Paradox. He has lost his veterancy, and Siberian actually still has a Vet 3 Conscript Squad. He does have a Vet 2 Gren with G43s. So, I mean, it's not all bad, but, you know, losing that Vet 3 with an LMG was quite a big deal, you could say. Panzer IV is down south, getting repaired by Pioneers. We see Guard Rifles pushing down south, and they might actually run into those Panzer IVs. Down south, we see conscripts just capturing territory, and Vet 3 conscript squad chasing a vanilla grenadier squad. Hasn't actually done much. It finally actually gets a kill. So the conscripts pushing forward, trying to get an 18-8 off on that Panzer IV, doing a very risky maneuver, taking a shot by the Panzer IV, but they do make it alive at 2 men. And the sniper is now in position, taking some shots at those Grens. Guards Rifle apparently doing a lot of damage to this. To these Panzer IVs, not exactly sure how. Pretty much all the heavy weapons getting dropped by the Guards Rifle, but the Guardsmen do manage to pick it off and then retreat at 1 man, so he'll be able to redistribute heavy weapons or, well, yeah, heavier weapons to his additional men. Conscripts down to 2 men. I mean, 1 man managed to make it out on the retreat in the face of those Panzer IVs. Yeah, it actually makes it out. And we see the Su-85s pushing forward, trying to hunt down those Panzer IVs. The Panzer IVs do split up a little bit, and they are down to very low health each. One is about half health, the other one is less than that, 30% at the most, and the Su-85s are still on the hunt. Vet 2 Su-85 leading the charge, taking a nasty shot on that Vet 1 Panzer IV. The other shot actually ricochets off that carcass, but nice shot on the engine. Destroyed engine on that Panzer IV. Mang undestroyed. Anybody remember the 5% bug? And there goes the Panzer IV. Second Su-85 just held position in the center. It's at Vet 1, and this Panzer IV is now in a very tough spot. It is actually cut off from his base, although the Su-85 is now backing off, so it does have a chance to run away and get back home. Another Panzer IV being produced by Paradox, so he doesn't want to give up his Panzer IV tactic, which is just to build a lot of Panzer IVs. But yeah, I mean, so far it hasn't worked out in his favor just yet. He hasn't been able to kill a single Su-85, and we now have a lot of fuel for Siberian, so he could easily produce another Su-85 if he loses one, or, well, start supplementing with additional type of units, you know. Katyushas were also a popular choice, although there's not enough infantry right now on the field for Paradox to, you know, justify a Katyusha. Su-76 is also an option. Back-teching to, you know, get T-34 or something. Also a potential choice, but we'll see. Snipers pushing forward onto the cutoff point. They are going to cut off the southern portion of the map for Paradox. G43 is taking some shots at these Vet 2 conscripts. These are vanilla Grents, essentially. They haven't done much but killed 2 units. So they're not going to be that great. They are doing some good damage to those conscripts, down to 4 men. But I believe they're going to probably lose that fight with those SMGs at close range. So they're just going to run away. But they are risking themselves getting shot by those snipers now. Up north, Su-85 taking some shots at something. Panzer IV moving around, trying to get itself out of the sight range of that Su-85. Grants with 2 men. Combat engineers taking some shots of the Panzer IV. The Su-85 is now going to move on top of it. Combat engineers actually down to 1 man, almost getting shot out by the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV does move in to take a shot at the combat engineers, and the Su-85 takes a shot at it for being too bold, and it moves back onto the shrub to mask itself against that Su-85. Grant's taking some shots at those combat engineers. Panzer IV moves up to support the Grants, takes a shot at those combat engineers, down to 2 men on the combat engineers. Su-85 is shooting ground, but it's actually just hitting the house in front of it. And down goes the combat engineers. So nice pickup there for Paradox. 1 less infantry unit to worry about, and less reinforcement capabilities for Siberian. Molotov landing on these Grens. The Grens do manage to dodge it, and that looks like it was actually a friendly mortar, which was not so friendly. Grens pushing forward, trying to get an Faustov on that Su-85, but they don't manage to get in range. And the Vet 2 Su-85 is just holding in the center of the map, being a total badass. Panzer IV down south is actually finally repaired by those Pioneers. The Pioneers do manage to get it at full strength and also capture that victory point. But this strategic point is still in the possession of Siberian, so the southern portion of the map is cut off for Paradox. Mortar taking some shots at the point itself. Not exactly sure why. Ooh, nice shot, almost lands right on top of those snipers. But the snipers, I believe, now know where the mortar is. One sniper takes a shot at the mortar, while the other sniper takes a shot at the Pioneers. A nice mortar shot landing right on top of the snipers. Very lucky to be alive. Had 1 man, loses his spotter. But here comes some combat engineers to try to push away that mortar squad. Grants up north. They actually have a chance of picking up a PTR rest rifle. Not exactly sure why Paradox doesn't pick it up. I guess he wants to keep the anti-infantry capabilities. Flak, no, Panzer IV is going straight for the base of Siberian. He is forcing those Su-85s to push, or pull back, that is. And is a decent move. I mean, it might allow him to push back onto the map, but he doesn't have any infantry to follow that up with. He only has 2 Grens that can actually do anything. He lost his Vet 2 Gren squad already, so he only has Veterancy 1 units. Vet 3 Conscript squad did get killed off at 1 point, so at least that is something less to worry about. Panzer IV now out of control, taking some shots at those conscripts. It's the Vet 2 Conscript squad, which takes a nasty shot there. Loses 2 of its men, but down goes the Panzer IV. So now Paradox is in a very tough spot. He has only 1 Panzer IV on the field. Panzer IV is currently very damaged, so these Pioneers need to get the repairs going ASAP, or the Su-85 can just simply, you know, push up onto the base and start sieging it.
This is a nice spot.
And
we are ready for action.
The Grants is just spreading out, capturing territory all over the place, all over they can. We see another Grand squad being produced for Paradox. Siberian did end up losing 1 of his snipers. It looks like he lost it to the Panzer IV. But there's still 1 sniper squad left. Unfortunately for Siberian, though, it wasn't the vetted one. Well, actually, no. It looks like he lost his... Oh, okay. Well, ooh, I missed that. So, it looks like the Panzer IV might have actually killed off both sniper squads. So, that's why it went straight for the base. So, nice move there for Paradox. 1 more sniper being produced, so it's still on the field. It's taking some shots by those G43s. They actually end up killing off the spotter, although it looks like it was actually the sniper, if you can see the rifle there. But this young lady now actually has a sniper rifle, so, you know, she became a sniper. And, yeah, the G43s are pretty good with that long-range damage. Up north, fuel point getting captured. The guard rifle pushing forward against those G43 Grens, but these are pretty much vanilla G43 Grens, so they can do a lot. Nade landing on top of them, a lot of damage, down to 1 man. This squad is going to get killed off. even if they retreat right now, which they're not even doing that. And down goes one Gren squad.
Infantry squad has been killed.
So more Gren squad did get produced by Paradox. He does have 3 squads now on the field, but he did end up losing one right now. A little bit unnecessarily. Sniper coming back on the field, gonna take some shots at those combat engineers in the center, it looks like. Su-85 now at bed 3, which reduces the damage taken, so that's gonna make it so that even if Paradox gets a nice flank with those Panzer IVs, it's actually gonna be quite difficult to take it out. Actually, I would even gamble to say that he can't actually take out that Su-85. Second Su-85 pushing forward, gets Fausted by those Grens, and the Panzer IV is taking some shots at it. It's very slow to turn right now. That is heavy engine damage, so it's not able to aim quite nicely, but nice shot there by the other Su-85. Does a lot of damage to that Panzer IV. Nice volley there, destroys the engine, destroys the gun, and one more shot should finish it off. Although the Su-85 is reluctant to shoot. There it goes, and down goes the Panzer IV. So Paradox, well, not really able to do much now. He is producing another Panzer IV. You know, still trying to keep that armor presence on the field, but more mines being laid down. This Su-85 is now Vet 2, so at Vet 2 it also does a buttload of damage himself. Nice shots landing by the mortar from Paradox, doing a lot of damage. Actually detonates the mine that got laid down. Also looks like it might have hit the sniper over here. Although that could have also been a rifleman, so I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, I mean, that's been doing well. Grens pushing forward, might actually want to get off a Faust on this Su-85. The Su-85 is for some reason moving in a very awkward angle. Looks like it's trying to get itself over here instead of just having turned around and backed off this way. It is the problems of pathing, and it does have a heavily damaged engine, so with a Faust from these Grens, he's brought down to about 10% or 5% health, and there is a Panzer IV now hitting the field, so this is the opportunity that Paradox needs to kill off one of the Su-85s, but again, Siberian can very easily produce another Su-85 just to complement. Second Su-85 back here, probably also going to take a Faust by these Grens, and it goes for a crush on the Pioneers, actually landing 2 men crush there. The heavy engine damage also goes down on the Su-85, so is this what Paradox needed? He does kill off the first Su-85, actually manages to shrug off the initial shot. Doesn't get any damage on this Panzer IV, and the Panzer IV is apparently going for the kill. It takes a nasty shot on the frontal armor by the Su-85, bringing it down to about 50% health, and is now out of the arc of fire from the Su-85. Can he actually kill it off? It looks like he's going to be able to with that damaged engine. It doesn't look like Siberian can do much to stop him. He also doesn't have enough manpower to produce another Su-85. He needs to wait until he gets 300. No, wait, never mind. But yeah, he doesn't have enough right now. So, wow, unfortunate loss there for Siberian. He is going to lose his second Su-85. Victory point-wise, Paradox only has 103 points left, while Siberian still has 250 points to work with. But yeah, this is not going to feel good for him. He is going to lose his second Su-85. And again, those bugs, I guess you could say. And there we go, down goes the Su-85. So yeah, Paradox must be feeling very nice at this point. He has the chance to get himself back in this game. There's only 2 conscript squads and 2 snipers left on the field for Siberian. He also needs to get himself an Su-85, which he is producing right now. Otherwise, this Panzer IV can simply walk into his base. He lost his Scottish rifle also at some point, so that is quite unfortunate. Probably lost him to the snipers. Sniper taking some shots at those Grens. The Grens down to 1 man, Vet 3, but the snipers are now in range of that Panzer IV. They're going to retreat, but I don't think they're going to make it alive. Shot goes down, kills one of the men of one of those snipers. Second shot going down. Misses completely, but the Panzer IV is now right on top of the base. These snipers are not meant for this world anymore. Down to 1 man. Can they actually get out? Get him out of this? Get him out of the area. Move him out. Move him out. No. He is chasing them down. The snipers are playing ring around the command center, and they are safe for the moment. The Su-85 is still not produced, and the bunker is getting shot at by that Panzer IV. The snipers are still trying to hold their own. Up to 2 men now. They're fully reinforced, and the Su-85 now hits the field. Can the Su-85 finish off this Panzer IV? The Panzer IV is moving around. It's going to get a shot at the snipers. The snipers do manage to dodge that shot, and the Su-85 is now turning to face that Panzer IV. Nice shot goes off, brings it down to about 5% health. Can the Su-85 get killed? Ooh, the snipers move into the range. Nope. Ooh, very lucky snipers there. They need to move themselves. They are retreating back to the base sector, but this is not the best choice. The Su-85 is shooting the ground, trying to get... come on, get it up. Vet 2 on the... Jeez, sniper goes down. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Can't... He's not able to get behind it, but the Panzer IV is stuck. Su-85 shoots. Shoot. No, it's not shooting. Oh my god, this is... This has got to be so frustrating for Siberian. He is backing off, and he gets a shot off on the Panzer IV and misses, unfortunately. The Panzer IV retaliates with a decent shot. There goes the Panzer IV. So finally gets that off for Siberian, and another Panzer IV is now hitting the field for Paradox. Still, infantry-wise, though, he did lose his snipers. So unfortunately for Siberian, he's only left with one sniper. And he has only one conscript squad on the field. So currently, he is going to get triple capped. Well, actually, no, there's nobody in the center, so it's only double capped. But Paradox has the advantage as far as infantry goes. He is producing a lot of grenadiers. He did have a lot of manpower floating a little bit, but, well, he was a little bit focused on that fight down by the base. The Su-85 is still very damaged, down to about 20% health. The Panzer IV is going straight for it. Can he actually kill it off? The sniper is taking some shots. He does end up retreating, though. The Su-85 is backing off, taking some shots at the Grens. The Panzer IV actually ends up hitting a mine. Very nice there, so it gets a damaged engine. The Su-85 pushes forward. It's going to try to get the kill. The Panzer IV does manage to get itself behind the line of sight of the Su-85. Can the Su-85 finish him off? We shall see. Paradox down to 94 points, while Siberian still at 195. This is almost anybody's game. Second sniper being produced by Siberian, so he wants to keep those sniper present. Because, well, one conscript squad is not going to be able to do a lot against all those Grens, and the snipers will be able to turn those fights, so not a bad choice. Su-85. No. Jaeger Grens taking some shots at the sniper. The sniper rushes away, trying to take some shots at the Jaegers themselves, but it is a little bit too risky, I think. He is going to retreat. Can he actually make it out alive? No. Down goes the sniper. Second sniper squad taking some shots at the Grens, down to one man, but he ends up forcing the retreat. Su-85 pushing forward. It looks like he's trying to hunt down that Panzer IV. Can he actually get the Panzer IV? The Panzer IV turns around its turret and takes a shot at the Su-85, and down goes the Su-85 for Siberian. That is not going to feel good, and Siberian throws in the towel. Well, can't say I blame him. I mean, you can see the amount of units on the field right now. Wasn't going to be an easy fight, especially at 182 points. Very easy to get ticked out at that point. So, very nice fight, very back and forth. It came down basically to the moment when those Su-85s died. Nice criticals on those engines by the Fausts. Actually managed to get heavy engine damage on both of them. And an unfortunate pathing by the one here. I mean, yeah, I'm assuming he tried to put him over here, but the unit chose to go this way around instead of, you know, backing off and moving in a more secure location. I mean, he was right here. I mean, just backing off in this direction would have made he was safe and in range of the other Su-85. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, things happen like that. The AI is not perfect, and sometimes it, you know, chooses the wrong option. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.